What's up, guys? As many of you know, real estate investing right now is extremely hard because interest rates are so high that it's hard to find deals where the numbers pencil out when you're using debt. And then if you're not using debt, you got to put so much down to buy a property cash. It's like, what do I do? What do I invest in? How do I make this work? And I think there's something that a lot of people are missing, and I want to share it with you guys. And that is portfolio optimization. There's so many people trying to find a new deal when they could be looking inwardly at the deal that they have right in front of them, the portfolio of properties that you already own, and are you optimizing the return that you can have on them? And in most cases, that's no. So there's two ways you can really optimize your portfolio. Number one is auditing your numbers. So for me, I am going through the process. I just hired a bookkeeper. I've been uploading things onto Stessa, which is a software that you can kind of track your properties and get returns off of. And I'm doing those two things with my bookkeeper because I want to know where every single dollar is spent, what property is performing well, what property isn't. And as of today and up to this point, I've just been kind of doing it by fly by night, not really locking into the numbers as well as I could have. And it's interesting because when you're underwriting a deal before you buy it, you're going through all this underwriting process trying to get things just right. But then once it's time to actually own the property and manage it, many investors, including myself, are not on top of it to the same extent. So getting on top of these numbers, knowing how much you're paying in property taxes, knowing when that's due every month, are there ways to cheapen that? Like, knowing what you charge in rent and what all the repairs and maintenances are. Have a good grasp of the performance of every single property you own. And that's going to give you a clear picture of properties that are doing well, doing good, not doing so well. Get that clear picture for yourself so you know what to do next. The second step after you've audited your numbers is to look at that and say, how can I maximize the revenue that I'm generating from my portfolio? So what does that look like? Maybe you find out you're paying $2,000 for insurance, but you can go and get a quote and be charged $1,500. That's $500 a month that you are giving yourself just by auditing your numbers and looking into it. So that's one way. You can turn a long-term rental property into a midterm or a short term. You can, add things to the property, maybe an add-do in the backyard. In some markets, that's possible. What can you do to increase the revenue at your property? And it doesn't matter if it's a commercial property, a small multifamily, a major multifamily, a single family home. There are ways to increase the revenue. And a great example is just raising rents. Maybe you're charging $2,000 a unit and you could be charging $2,300 a unit. That is $300 that you are giving yourself every month just by knowing what market rents are, knowing where you are, and saying, okay, I'm going to create a plan to hit market rents. So these are the type of things that we need to be thinking about as an investor instead of just getting frustrated, banging our head against the wall that we can't find good deals. How can we optimize the portfolio? And there are people out there finding thousands of new dollars a month in the portfolio that they already own. Maybe that's you. I'm trying to go through the process right now to really get a great grasp of my portfolio so I can assess that and then move forward. And once I've optimized it, all right, now maybe I got more capital to play with. Maybe I want to sell a property. It's going to help answer so many questions for you. So make sure you're optimizing the portfolio you have in a time period where deals aren't coming as fast as they used to. Please let me know what you think. If you haven't already, go buy my book. It all adds up. And let's continue to grow together. Thank you guys for joining.